Welcome, everyone, to a great Sunday night with the NBA here on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Brooklyn Nets. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. And here at the midway point of the season, the perfect time to check out the rookie rankings. Who will be the NBA Rookie of the Year? Some great young players. Look at Big Smooth. Well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that #1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
And this is just a special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
Yes, some guys hit that rookie wall, but he just keeps getting better, and now his team is relying on him.
So the Nets starting five. We've got Ball, Nicholas Claxton out there with Lucas. Then it's Porter, and it's Ball in at the shooting guard position. And for the Pistons, the forwards are Thompson and Harris. Cunningham is out there with Robinson, and it's Duren in at the 5 spot. And like everyone else, GA, I'm looking forward to the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, we have a pair of the best centers in the NBA. Points in the paint will be a key number tonight.
Porter against Harris. The fadeaway, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Thompson. Cunningham for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And that is a smooth release off the catch. Cunningham with great touch.
Ball against Cunningham. Ball kicks to Porter. Now here's Ball. Not a lot of room, and he banks in the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Now here's Thompson. We saw him with 10 points last game. Near the 3-point line, it's Porter. Basket good.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Well, he had the spotlight. Why not add a little flair?
Here's Cunningham. This game he had 28 points. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. Cunningham against Ball. Can't hit from the elbow.
And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it.
Porter with the steal. Poke loose. It's stolen by Cunningham. Here's Duren. He's off on that one. Nice D from Porter. Ball with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Pushing it up. Duren finds Cunningham. And another shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, you talk about using your size. Jalen Duren's focus is always on exactly that. He's on the floor looking for blocks, boards, and inside offensive production. Anywhere his physicality can give him an edge.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Jalen Duren has certainly forced him in this NBA. He's a nightly double-double.
Well, he looks like a bouncer at a nightclub, but you forget how young this guy is. If he keeps improving like this, Kevin, he has a chance to be one of the premier bigs in this league.
I was going to say the same thing about you, but I'll call you a Greek god as opposed to a bouncer in a bar. How's that?
I much prefer the Greek god description.
Now, here's Porter. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Well, the Detroit Pistons, looking to build on last season's breakthrough. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said Cade Cunningham's leadership makes his job easier. And all that aside, Bickerstaff said their fierce style is key. adding win or lose, we win the fight.
Not a team to be taken lightly. Thanks a lot, chums. Free throw good, Porter.
And you can tell Porter Jr. wants to keep getting better, and that's one reason why this team is still so high on him.
And Porter drops them both.
And having a big man like him who's efficient from the line used to be a luxury, but it's becoming more and more common.
Cunningham on the wing. He's covered by Ball. Robinson, that's good.
At 6'6", Cunningham is one of the taller point guards. It allows him to see the floor so well.
It's stolen by Cunningham. Stolen by Ball. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Let's see some of the numbers here for LaMelo Ball.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Jazz in Delta Center. And stolen by Lucas. Ball against Cunningham. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And Cunningham with the block.
Nice job by Cunningham there, staying with it and using his length to get the rejection.
And stolen by Thompson. Outside, Robinson shoots over Ball. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist by Thompson.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Let's take a brief moment to look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's feistiest defensive teams. 5th on the list, the Pistons.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Nets. They trail by 1. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
A lot of people think you shoot much better at home, but if you really look at the league-wide stats, it's only about 2 to 3 percentage points different on average.
Harris misses. Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, that's the big challenge. Teams tend to feel more comfortable at home for sure, so you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. That just didn't happen in this one.
And as the NBA season rolls on, GA, what's one of the biggest challenges this time of the schedule?
I'd say maintaining your level. It's so hard to be consistent throughout the season, and it's really about the mental side of the game. It's so tough to stay locked in.
It's hauled in by Michael Porter.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
The tray, and that's good. LaMelo Ball for 3. Ball's got 5 points so far.
The corner is not a problem for Ball. He's confident he can make that.
Got a piece of it. Out to Harris. No one near him. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
The Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Here's Ball. He takes it in, and the shot goes in.
Yeah, I just love seeing Ball put it on the deck, using those long strides to get all the way to the cup.
Robinson kicks to Cunningham. And here's Harris from the arc. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Harris has got his second bucket.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter steal, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Ball. Coming off a stellar performance against Utah.
And the confidence that Ball has in that three-point shot has come a long way since he entered the league.
Thompson outside, takes the three. Ball with the rebound. Nets leading by 3. Here's Claxton. Scoreless thus far. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Taking a look here at some stats for Cunningham. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. And he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And he really is the consummate playmaker. Always keeping his head on a swivel. Searching for the open man. Completely unselfish basketball player. Karis LeVert's checked in for Asar Thompson. Cunningham dishes it to Robinson. Pass to LeVert. Now, here's Cunningham. Duran sets the screen for Cunningham. Drills the three-pointer. Cunningham's got the game tied up here for Detroit.
And give the defense credit. They were right there on Cunningham. But Cade's a bucket getter, folks.
Up top, Claxton. Here's Porter. LeVert defending. A fader. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Looking for a little extra style points right there with the fadeaway.
Pistons have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Now, here's Duran. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Golden State Warriors.
Well, he also did a great job on the glass, and it made a big difference.
Now, here's Ball. To the paint. Left side, Ball over Robinson. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Now it's a 4-point Nets lead.
And I love Ball's awareness. When the mid-range J is available, he is more than happy to take it.
LeVert finds Cunningham. Duran the pass to Robinson. Nailed from three-point land. Robinson's got a couple of threes now in the first for Detroit. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Checked in for Robinson. And the Nets also making a change. Bonnie's checked in. The Nets with the lead. Right side, Porter. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. LeVert the pass to Duran. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Outside, Ball. Beyond the arc. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And another bucket for him. What a quarter he has had. Cunningham looking it over. Shoots over Ball. Tipped away. Well, I think at this point the whole team is pressing, but he certainly looks frustrated.
You know, Tim, one thing you hear about Cade Cunningham is his leadership skills.
Yeah, Kevin, he is very mature and unselfish. While this team definitely revolves around his play, he doesn't make it all about himself, and that is the difference. Well, with that size and athletic ability, Duran is a terrific alley-oop threat.
Brooklyn leading by 4. Pass to Clowney. Now Ball. Ivy defending. The Nets working the ball around now. Fade away. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Team second. Substitution on the floor.
The Pistons shooting at around 42% since the opening tip. Robinson kicks to Ivy. A minute 50 left in the first quarter. Stewart finds LeVert. Shot clock at 6. The putback. It's good on the putback. Now just a 2-point Nets lead.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Robinson against Ball. Pass to Clowney. And here's Lucas. Offensive rebound. Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
Now, here's Ivy. 23 points for him the last game against the Golden State Warriors.
And he also picked up 3 steals, really making an impact at both ends.
Here's LeVert. Outside Robinson. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Robinson's got 11.
He has come out with a scorer's mentality. 4 of 5 to start. Let's see if he can keep it up.
Got that one up quick. And the Nets lead by 4.
5 of 5 to start. I think he's in his zone.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Quintman misses.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
There is no doubt about it. They'd love to have that one back.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the shot is good. And it's a 6-point Nets lead.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
LeVert with it. Inside. And it's blocked. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
the previous play is under review.
It's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively. And
the ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And he makes the first. Detroit making a switch here. And he makes both free throws.
And that's about what we expect. He's been excellent from the line tonight.
And stolen by Ivy. Doesn't go that time. LaMelo Ball getting it done for Brooklyn. He witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Nets.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Well, that's true, and they've also been going right at the rim, which I love. Attack, attack, attack.
Nets leading by 4. On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. They've got Goga Batadze. Martin is out there with Chris Paul. Then there's Howard. And it's Clowney in at the power forward position. Ivy with it. He's picked up by Paul. Three-pointer, LeVert. And he's good on the three ball. LeVert's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Pass to Clowney. Over Stewart. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. Clowney's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Here's Reed. Outside for Robinson. And they recover it. Pass to Ivy. Lets it go from deep. Robinson misses.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Here's Howard. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And now a 5-point Nets lead. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And stolen by Howard. Down low. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Hey, Tim, what are some of the keys to sticking around for role players fighting to remain at the NBA level?
Well, if you are a role player in this league, you need to understand. You need to work at everything, but be exceptional at something. And I think that's the key. Growing up, all of these guys were stars. Now you've got to fit in and understand on a given night what your role is.
And your thing, your sensational aspect was your three-point shooting.
You've got to do it better than anybody else, Kevin. It's got to be at an elite level because there are guys out there waiting to take your job.
And you were elite. Pistons trailed by 7. Pass to Thompson. Stewart in the corner. Pistons passing it around. And the dunk by Stewart.
One thing I really like about Asar Thompson, he's a team-first guy, always willing to make the extra pass.
Now here's Paul. He had 16 points in the win against the Utah Jazz.
And he really hurt them at the free throw line.
For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Here's LeVert. It's blocked. They recover it. Robinson finds Thompson. And they're moving it up. Goes up. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Detroit's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Chance to check out the numbers for Thompson. His last 10 games, he's averaging 11 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he does a great job of just attacking the glass, really determined to track it down.
Well, he understands his role. He's one of their enforcers, but he also helps them win the battle of possessions.
Ivy passes to LeVert. Back to Ivy. Robinson on the wing. A three-pointer is right on target. Robinson's got 14 points for the game.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Tim, what a ride it's been for sharpshooter Duncan Robinson.
Well, there is no doubt about it, Kevin. He's the only player ever to take part in both a men's Division III and Division I championship game. Then, after going undrafted, he goes on to start in the NBA Finals. He has really come a long way.
Reason number one, CP3 is out there making strong passes, keeping the offense flowing.
Thompson sets the pick for LeVert. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Guys, back to you.
On the rise. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Stolen by LeVert. Pass to Ivy. Now Stewart. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Thompson, and it's blocked. Paul looking over the floor. Here's Bitadze. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. Stewart's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from LeVert.
That's just the case of LeVert wanting it more. The wing playing put some heart there, taking those 2 points.
Now here's Paul. Nothing on the board. There's the lob to the hoop. Here's Clowney. Guarded by Stewart. To the paint. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. A defensive tone setter, that's Asar Thompson. He shadows his man with relentless determination, but his game right before us, Tim, don't you think, is expanding in every way?
Oh, he's got immeasurable impact defensively, blocks, steals, deflections, always a disruptor. He's still a little bit foul prone, but I think as he starts to get a reputation in this league as an elite defender, he is going to be scary.
Harris is checked in for Detroit. Cade Cunningham comes in for Ivy. The first free throw is good. Tim, one thing about the NBA, there is never a shortage of exciting young players to watch and cover. Who are you excited about in watching them grow and take it from this point forward?
Well, I love 2 big lead guards. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Cade Cunningham certainly come to mind. Both of those guys are established stars in this league, and yet there is still so much more they can add to their games. The sky is the limit.
And they seem to have the right attitude. Am I right in your assessment?
They are guys that everybody wants to play with. They're mature as leaders as well. And he better be careful now. That's 2 on him, and the last thing you want to see is for him to pick up his 3rd before the half ends.
And Cunningham with the slam.
Cunningham showing you some of that athleticism.
Brooklyn leading by 4. And here is Paul. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Pass to Howard. Paul is screen on Thompson. Outside Howard. They get the rebound. Here's Clowney. In the corner, it's Martin. No good with the triple. Detroit's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range.
And the challenge defensively is to find Cunningham at all 3 levels. He can beat you at the rim. He can beat you from 30 feet out and everything in between.
Stewart with the steal. Lobbed up there for Thompson. And stolen by Howard. Ball outside. Pass to Clowney. Shot clock at 5. The shot looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Thompson, a screen on ball. To the middle. Stolen by Martin. It's Martin on the wing. The 3. It's hauled in by Harris. Pistons trailed by 4. Pass to Cunningham. The baseline jam. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Cunningham's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Ivy's checked in for Detroit. So for the Nets. And with a break in the action, let's now view the NBA assist leaders. Lonzo Ball, number 1.
It's hard to argue with his status as the best passer in the NBA right now. He just distributes the ball so well.
Pistons on defense, trailing by 2. Axton, a screen on Cunningham. Ball finds Claxton. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And Ball just threads the needle extremely well. Fits it through tight spaces with force. I just love his ability to facilitate.
For Detroit, they've gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Lucas against Harris. Cunningham doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Ball. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Blows the alley-oop. Detroit has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Now here's Ball. He has 6. Pass to Claxton. The kick out to Ball. 5 to shoot. And it's Ball, that time on the assist from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one. Pistons trailed by 5. Cunningham outside. Sweet move. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Nick Claxton.
He's so good at putting pressure on the defense. Cunningham took his drive right at him.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And to look at his percentage from the line, you see him at 89%. That's an indicator of what a consistent stroke he has.
A different look here for Detroit. Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Stewart. Robinson is subbed in for Ivy. Good on both. You know, Greg, after struggling with injuries to start his NBA career, Cade Cunningham is figuring it out.
And the former #1 overall pick in 21. Last season, his first All-Star appearance, and he's only getting started.
Now here's Thompson. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
So fast of foot, on the run, I see her tough to catch.
Brooklyn's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Ball with it, picked up by Harris. Here's Lucas. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And even though they're down, I like the way they're pounding the ball inside. It's leading to a lot of points in the paint.
And legs from going undrafted to becoming a three-point contest champion, you had to fight for your place in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, that's an understatement. Yes, undrafted in '88. I played in just about every league imaginable, including a year in France. Had a bunch of 10-day contracts early on, but I didn't get my first full-time NBA contract until 1993 with the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, your perseverance and tenacity definitely paid off.
Certainly didn't take no for an answer, I can tell you that.
And Thompson kicks to Robinson. Off target from outside. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They lead by 4. Porter passes to Claxton. Ball from long range. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
He has yet to miss a single shot. What a night he's having.
Back to Cunningham. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Cunningham's got 17 now.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Ball dishes the ball. Back to Ball. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
The Nets have put up good numbers in the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
First free throw is good.
And one of the true showmen in the league, LaMelo Ball, is so much fun to watch. He can do anything with the rock and is always looking to make a highlight reel.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
Robinson kicks to Harris. Cunningham on the wing. 17 points in the game. That one goes. Count it.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to wheel his team back in the game.
And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. "17 seconds left in the first half of the game. From the line, and a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Now just a 2-point Nets lead. Here's Ball. Outside Porter. Up in time. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
On the court now with JB Bickerstaff. Coach, as we approach the second half, what's going to be the deciding factor?
Just maintain. I think there were some things defensively that we left on the table where we gave up some cheap ones because we didn't communicate. So we solved those. I think we give ourselves a good shot going into the half.
All right, thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you, Allie. And folks, don't go away. Halftime is here, and we'll be right back with you after this break.
Welcome to our 2K Sports Studio. The Brooklyn Nets find themselves in quite a battle here tonight.
Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good shots for great ones.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, but also disciplined. That's a sign of good coaching.
And next, a look at some of the possible participants for this season's dunk contest. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
And this offense continues to find him in his sweet spots from deep.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duran at the center spot. Cade Cunningham out there with Robinson. And it's Thompson in at the small forward. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
The Nets have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Pistons trailed by 5. Duran with a screen on Ball. That's a 2 from Cunningham. Again, the Pistons score.
Well, let me tell you something. Cade Cunningham has gone from a rising star in this league to a bona fide star and putting up big numbers tonight.
Now, here's Ball. It counts, and the foul. That's on Jalen Duran.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And he has grooved his stroke at the line this season and been able to maintain it with an average of 90%.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit. 6-point game. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Nick Claxton.
Now, Cunningham gets credit there for attacking the defense on the interior, making them foul him in the process.
Cade Cunningham, 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
You know, when you watch Cunningham, he can take total control of a game. He's got that 6'6" length, and then you combine it with his dribbling and passing ability. An impressive package.
Now, here's Ball. Jacks up a 3, cans it from downtown. Ball's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
Well, all systems go here early on. That's 3 in a row since Jump Street.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything. And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Claxton the pass to Lucas. Rejected by Harris.
That is great anticipation by Harris. When he's working this hard defensively, he's a difference maker.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you. Plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it. Back over to you.
Able to dial it in. Okay, Allie, thanks.
Yeah, going straight up with those long arms. Duran flat out, a brick wall around the rim.
The kick out to Cunningham. Releases from 15. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Thursday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Washington Wizards.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Whatever they said at halftime, it is working. They look super confident out there.
There's Ball with the three. Rebound by the Pistons. Duran's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Well, you love the effort from Cunningham in transition. He knows you have to convert those easy chances.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Ball kicks to Ball. Back to Ball. Ball, the bench to Porter. And they'll get another chance. Ball against Robinson. 6 to shoot. And it's LaMelo Ball with the 3. Ball's got 8 here in the quarter.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Here's Ball. Pass to Claxton. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Cunningham on the wing. He's covered by Ball. Here is Harris for the lead. That's tipped, and they're able to recover. Thompson passes to Harris. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Stolen by Ball. Lucas the pass to Claxton. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
The mid-range game has been there for them all game long, and that old school approach still getting it done in this one.
Yeah, they have been dialed in from deep. The three-pointer has been there all night for them.
He's off on the first. And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, he was overthinking that. He's usually automatic from the line.
Outside for Robinson. Harris passes to Thompson. For the lead. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 4 assists in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now here's Lucas. 8 points for him. Yes! And the foul. That one on Harris.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
The Nets have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. Paul's checked in for Lonzo Ball.
At the line for 1.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Trailing by 2. Pass to Thompson. Now here is Harris. And Detroit with another turnover here. And with a quick break on the court, we've got some time to show you the list of the top rookie shot blockers over the course of the last month. Look at Big Smooth, a fierce inside defender, tops in the NBA in blocks.
He's been a factor on the inside, an impressive stretch for him defensively.
The Nets have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. And finished off by Porter.
He is so quick off the ground. Porter just gives the defense very little time to react.
Pistons trailed by 4. Thompson outside. Back to Cunningham. Outside Robinson. No good from outside.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And stolen by Thompson. Cunningham outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Cunningham's got 35 in the game.
Well, that's his first 3 of the half, and now he's got 4 made threes on the night.
Well, this league has some of the world's best athletes. But Asar Thompson, like his brother Amen, Tim, they're on another level.
Yeah, this guy has a top-tier burst and relentlessness to make things happen. He's already a stopper at the defensive end. Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
Here's Harris, tries to keep it alive. And stolen by Lucas. And here we go, fast break. Paul's got it. Here's Claxton. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Claxton's got his second basket of the game.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And slam dunk by Harris.
Well, if Tobias Harris sees a lane to the rim, he is going to exploit it.
Nets leading by 3. Outside, ball. Rebounded by the Pistons. Now, here's Duran. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Detroit making a switch. LeVert's checked in. Then for the Nets, Conley's checked in. And it's Howard in for Ball. LeVert the pass to Cunningham. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Howard against Robinson. Takes a 3. They get it back. Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff. Leaving some skin on the floor. Those are pure hustle points.
Oh, defending Cunningham, boy, a challenge. You have to pay extra attention. That's when you leave someone open.
Bounce pass from Paul. Porter inside. LeVert defending. And that one's good by Porter.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
And there it is for him. Cunningham's got 16 points here in the second half.
Well, as a team, they've been coming up short, but his pure scoring mentality as an individual has been unshakable.
Pass to Clowney. Over Harris. Leaps for it, and he gets it back.
Everything is bouncing their way tonight. The offensive glass has been a big factor in this one.
Just 5 to shoot. Good on the shot. Clowney's got 10 points in the game.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Robinson kicks to LeVert. And a miss there on the triple.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
That one falls.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Pistons trailed by 7. A different look here for Detroit. Reedy's checked in for Duran. Stewart comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Jaden Ivey in for Cade Cunningham. And then for Brooklyn, Goga Bitadze comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Martin subbed in for Porter. Now here's LeVert. He's got 5.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Paul with the ball. Pass to Clowney. Latrey, good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Detroit's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Outside, Robinson. Back to Ivey. 5 on the clock. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And Howard has it in the corner. Another 3 for Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
41 seconds left in the third. Stewart finds Robinson. From downtown, sinks the three-pointer. Robinson's got 19 points.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Now here's Paul. Lets the three fly, and the Nets another three.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Howard against LeVert. Fires the three. And again, Detroit with the three.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Nets out in front. They're up by 8. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
What a find. These are the kind of plays we've come to expect from him.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. Martin is out there with Paul. Then it's Batadze. Then there's Howard. And it's Clowney in at the 4 spot. To the inside. Here's Harris. It's blocked.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Martin the pass to Paul. Back to Martin. Shot clock at 6. Over Ivy. Batadze, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And so LeVert will bring it up for the Pistons. It's a 10-point game. Thompson, a screen on Martin. Crafty move. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by LeVert. LeVert's got 5 assists tonight. Burnett shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Back to Paul. Here's Clowney, guarded by Harris. Yes, that goes in.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Well, if you're going to give him that shot, he will take it anytime.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Stewart finds Thompson. It's good from long range. Thompson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
After a rough first half, it's good to see him start to put the pieces together here.
Ball against Ivy for 3. Thompson with the rebound.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Back to Paul. Over Ivy. Again, the Nets for 2.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Pistons trailed by 9. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Buries it from 3-point range.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor it.
Bounce pass from Paul. Clowney, good. Clowney's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
LeVert from outside. The rebound by Batadze. Batadze's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Brooklyn.
That free throw, no good. Duren, he's checked in for Isaiah Stewart. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Michael Porter comes in for Howard. LaMelo Ball, he's checked in for Martin. And Ball subbed in for Paul. He can't make the second free throw either. Missing both.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Lets it go. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And what I love about his performance tonight, he started slow, but he refocused at halftime, and he has really picked it up.
Out to the right wing. Ball against LeVert. He gets it in there. Ball's got 33 points.
And that is killer instinct, just continuing to pile it on.
Ivy passes to Duren. Back to Ivy. And Ball with the block.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
So nice to see Jaden Ivey back in action, Tim, after suffering that broken fibula last season.
Yeah, Kevin, he was just hitting his stride when he had a very difficult injury. In particular, he was upping his shooting percentage from the field. Now he's looking to continue that momentum.
And the Nets making a change here. Lucas is checked in.
And you have to appreciate the all-out effort Jaden Ivey gives you on the court. He works so hard to find ways to get involved and prove he belongs here.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Pass touched by Claxton. A different look here for Detroit. Stewart's checked in for Harris. Robinson comes in for Karis LeVert. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jaden Ivey. Robinson with it. Now guarded by Ball. Here's Thompson. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Robinson's got 3 assists tonight. Lucas a screen on Cunningham. Pass to Lucas from deep. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Duren the pass to Thompson. There's the lob to Duren. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Ball, the bounce pass. Takes the 3. Ball, no good. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Pistons. They trail by 7. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
Pistons ball.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Robinson, and he converts the layup. Robinson's got 21 in the game.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
Pass to Thompson. To the paint. Here's Cunningham. It's tipped. And they get it back. Offensive rebound. Outside Robinson. A 3 ball. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
Well, he hit 4 threes in the first, and now he's drained 2 more here in the second quarter. Absolutely on fire from deep.
Outside, Ball. Tries the spin move over Robinson. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 4 points this quarter.
And there's never been a question about LaMelo's handles. There's a lot he can do with the ball in his hands.
Duren sets the screen for Thompson. Down low. And Duren slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And Ball puts up a deep three. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Pass to Cunningham. And Thompson kicks to Cunningham. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He has decided it's the right time to talk.
Here we go, fans. Time to get hyped. Everybody, it's the Pistons Hype Squad.
There's a check-in for Detroit. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
J.B. Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
And Allie, thanks so much. Duran sets the screen for Harris. Claxton with the steal. Stolen by Robinson. For 3, Harris. It's deflected. And now in transition, it's Lucas. Here we go. And stolen by Harris. Thompson for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Lucas has got his 5th rebound in this one. It's Porter outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Ball against Cunningham. Thompson sets the pick for Cunningham. Fires from deep. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Thompson.
If he develops a consistent three-point shot in his first few years, Thompson's going to be scary.
Here's Ball. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. Launches it. The kick out to Ball. No good on the 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Well, that's Cade Cunningham, the guy you want with the ball in big spots.
The Nets have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the 4th, exactly 50%. Ball fires. He drills the 3.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Outside Harris. Cunningham. The 3 doesn't go.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
Ball. The putback. He parachutes in for the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Now Cunningham. The shot is off. Here's Porter. Throws it down. What an assist!
How about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
Team second. At the line for the Nets. Mike Porter. Shoot. 1 shot.
Free throw good. Porter. Pistons trail by 8.
2 minutes remaining.
Cunningham outside. Oh, he lays it in right over the defender.
Yeah, Cunningham felt the contact, knew he was going to get a whistle, and now he's going to the line for 1 more.
That's good from Cunningham. Brooklyn leading by 5. Outside, Ball. Releases. Trying again. Right side, Ball. Clock at 6. Launches it. They shoot again. Here's Porter. And here is Ball. Doesn't go that time either. Duran with the screen on Ball. Now Cunningham. The shot misses. It's stolen by Cunningham.
He has got ice in his veins. Cunningham once again being counted on in the clutch.
Here's Ball for three. A three-pointer. Good.
And Ball ready for these moments, showing he wants the rock in his hands. Love it.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Robinson fires. It's good.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
And he's keeping the game within striking distance. I don't know where they'd be without his shooting.
Here's Bull from deep. The three goes down.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately. Beautiful look right there. Led his man perfectly.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. 13 foul.
And here are the Nets. They've led by as many as 11 points. And he commits the intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Team four.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though. So he comes up empty at the line. Detroit with the ball. 4-point game. Thompson knocks down the three.
This is exactly why they go to him in these spots. These guys believe in his ability to come through in the clutch.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And that could seal it at the line. He looked totally composed the entire time.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
And if you can get a three, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
You're definitely going to have to get a three here and then count on them to miss free throws.
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Now Ball. From outside. He's off from 3. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest.
Here we go.
Michael Porter's out there with Lucas. Then there's LaMelo Ball. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And we are seeing the makings of a masterpiece here, guys, from Porter. A threat to score from anywhere within the half court.
Duran with the screen on Porter. Now Harris all alone. Count it!
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
We thought this might be the case coming in. Not a lot of defense out there right now.
Here's Ball. Now Claxton takes the three. Now Ball launches it, and there's the three.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Thompson outside. Here's Cunningham. Robinson fires. The response triple. Answers back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Now Porter. And the shot goes in.
And the size Porter Jr. has helps him on those physical takes. Great work inside there.
Cunningham. Ball with the rebound. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They've led by as many as 11 points. Oh, what a finish!
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Pistons trail by 4. Here's Durant. Now Cunningham. Durant hustles for the rebound and guides it back in.
And this is Durant showing you his #1 strength. This is one of the top offensive rebounders in this league.
Now Ball for 3. Good, another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
The Pistons have gone 3 for 5 for their shots since we got started here in overtime. Now Cunningham, trained from outside.
Yes, sir. Kay Cunningham embracing the role of a leader.
3 minutes gone now here in overtime. Now Porter shoots the 3. And Harris will pull it down. Cunningham to take the lead. Connects again.
My goodness. 50 for the end.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Outside Ball. Outside Ball. Beyond the arc. Claxton. Outside Ball. Lets loose a 3. Buries the deep ball.
And that is a big-time basket. LaMelo entered the league at 19 with such high expectations. This young man Ball is used to the spotlight.
And get the 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Jacks up a 3. 3. Good.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
Cunningham against Ball. Now here's Cunningham. He started closely.
Well, the combination of size and skill made Cunningham tough to defend.
Ball check in for Lonzo Ball.
Coming on to the floor for the Nets, #3.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And the Nets making a change here. Howard's checked in, and so he makes both from the line.
Yeah, a lot of pressure in this situation. Not easy to convert those free throws.
The long shot, no good. A lot is on the line here.
Crowd is so focused.
Cunningham fires. Jumper is off. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. Brooklyn with the ball. 3-point lead. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Making it a 2-possession game is critical right here. Nice work coming through and doing exactly that.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They trail by 5. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
You have to be smart here. If they're successful, the foul has got to happen quickly.
Trailing by 5. Good, he hits again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. There's 18 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Well, at this point, everything has to go your way to extend this game.
Ball's knocked loose. Here's Harris. Thompson outside. From outside. Can't get it. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Robinson, third personal foul. Team 4. Shooting for Brooklyn, Lucas.
Shoot
At the
2.
line for 2.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They've used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And an intentional foul right there.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Shooting for Brooklyn, Lucas.
Take a break. Take a break.
Taking 2 shots.
2 shots.
He gets the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
Safe to say, that should do it. This is why making free throws down the stretch is so important.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And that'll do it, folks. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, LaMelo Ball.